Imagine walking through streets where ancient footsteps have long since faded, where every brick and stone tells a story that stretches back thousands of years. These cities are not remnants of the past. They are still alive, bustling with life, and standing as living testaments to humanity's resilience and ingenuity. Before skyscrapers touched the clouds, before empires rose and fell, and before many of history's greatest events unfolded, there were cities, settlements where people gathered, dreamed, and built the foundation for the world we know today. But what are the oldest cities in the world? Who lived there? How did they survive the unforgiving tides of time, enduring wars, disasters, and change while still thriving today? In this video, we're uncovering the mysteries and marvels of the 5 oldest continuously inhabited cities on Earth. These ancient urban centers aren't just dusty relics. They are dynamic places that have watched history unfold for thousands of years. We'll begin with Jericho, a city in modern-day Palestine, often considered the oldest of them all, where evidence of human settlement dates back over 11,000 years. Then, we'll travel to Byblos, Lebanon, a city where the Phoenicians developed one of the earliest alphabets, forever shaping communication. From there, we'll journey to Aleppo, Syria, an ancient trade hub once buzzing with life along the Silk Road. We'll continue to Plovdiv, Bulgaria, a city that carries traces of Thracian, Roman, and Ottoman rule. Finally, we'll explore Varanasi, India, a spiritual capital perched along the sacred Ganges, where people have worshipped, lived, and died for thousands of years. These cities are more than places. They are storytellers, guardians of human history, and windows into the lives of those who came before us. Their walls have seen the rise and fall of empires. Their markets have echoed with trade, conversation, and conflict. Their people have endured everything history could throw their way, yet they remain vibrant and alive. As we uncover these ancient marvels, you'll see how time has shaped them and why they continue to captivate us today. From forgotten battles to groundbreaking innovations, these cities hold secrets waiting to be revealed. By the end, you'll walk away with a new appreciation for history and the incredible endurance of human civilization. So sit back and let's step into the past to explore the 5 oldest cities in the world. Our journey begins in the ancient city of Jericho, often celebrated as the world's oldest continuously inhabited settlement. Located in the West Bank, Jericho's history stretches back over 11,000 years, to a time when humanity was just transitioning from nomadic lifestyles to settled communities. Nestled near the fertile banks of the Jordan River, Jericho's natural oasis allowed it to flourish, marking it as a cradle of civilization. This ancient city is not only a wonder of human endurance, but also a testament to ingenuity in an age of limited tools and resources. The earliest traces of human settlement in Jericho date back to 9000 BCE, during the Neolithic period. Archaeologists have uncovered evidence of early agricultural practices here: grain storage pits, primitive tools, and evidence of cultivation. That suggests Jericho may have been one of the first places where humans learned to farm. This shift from hunting and gathering to farming revolutionized human history, allowing small groups of people to settle permanently and form communities. Jericho's most famous feature, however, is its ancient walls, constructed around 8000 BCE. These walls are considered the oldest known fortifications in human history. Standing an impressive 12 feet high and 6 feet thick, they were built without advanced tools, machinery, or even the wheel. The very existence of such walls suggests that Jericho was not merely a peaceful agricultural village, but one that faced threats, either from other communities or nature itself. These towering walls stand as proof of humanity's early determination to protect what it had built. Another remarkable discovery in Jericho is the Jericho Tower, a massive stone structure dating back to the same period as the walls. Rising nearly 30 feet tall, the tower's purpose remains a mystery to this day. Some historians believe it served as a watchtower to protect the settlement, while others suggest it had ceremonial or religious significance. Regardless of its purpose, the tower reflects the innovative spirit of Jericho's people, one of the first signs of architectural ambition in human history. Throughout the ages, Jericho grew, layer by layer. Archaeological digs at Tel es Sultan, the ancient mound that contains Jericho's ruins, have revealed evidence of 20 distinct settlements built atop one another. Each layer tells a story of resilience, of communities rebuilding after natural disasters, adapting to climate changes, and defending their land. This layering of history offers us a timeline of humanity's progress, from simple mud brick houses to increasingly complex structures. Jericho's significance isn't limited to archaeology. The city plays a central role in religious and cultural history as well. It is famously mentioned in the Bible as the site of Joshua and the Battle of Jericho, where the walls of the city are said to have miraculously collapsed after being circled and shouted at by the Israelites. While the event's historicity remains debated, the story reflects how deeply Jericho is embedded in humanity's collective memory as a city of both miracles and survival. In modern times, Jericho continues to thrive as a vibrant city, blending its ancient roots with contemporary life. Tourists and historians alike visit Tel es Sultan to explore the remnants of the ancient walls, towers, and settlements that tell Jericho's timeless story. Despite challenges over the centuries, wars, natural disasters, and shifting civilizations, Jericho has stood the test of time, embodying the essence of human perseverance. Jericho is more than just the oldest city. It's a living timeline, offering a rare glimpse into the dawn of civilization. From its agricultural beginnings to the construction of its walls and towers, Jericho reminds us of humanity's enduring spirit. As we continue our journey through history's oldest cities, let Jericho be a testament to our shared past and an inspiration for the future. From the shores of the eastern Mediterranean rises the ancient city of Byblos, a place where the very foundation of written language was born. Located in modern-day Lebanon, Byblos is often regarded as one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world, with its history stretching back more than 7,000 years. But Byblos is more than just its age. It was a center of trade, innovation, and cultural influence that shaped human civilization in ways we still feel today. The story of Byblos begins around 5000 BCE, when it started as a small fishing village on the Mediterranean coast. Its strategic location made it a natural hub for maritime trade. By the 3rd millennium BCE, Byblos had grown into a thriving city and became a key trading port for the Phoenicians, the seafaring people who would go on to build a powerful trading network across the Mediterranean. It was here in Byblos that trade with ancient Egypt flourished. The city exported its prized cedar wood, a resource so valuable that it became synonymous with wealth and luxury. Egyptian pharaohs used Byblos cedar to build palaces, ships, and even temples, and inscriptions found on Egyptian tombs describe Byblos as a divine city, crucial to their empire's success. But the significance of Byblos doesn't end with trade. It was in this city that one of humanity's greatest inventions emerged, the alphabet. Around 1200 BCE, Phoenician scribes in Byblos developed a simplified writing system to record their commercial transactions. This script consisted of 22 symbols, each representing a consonant sound. Unlike complex hieroglyphics or cuneiform, the Phoenician alphabet was straightforward, easy to learn, and efficient, making it revolutionary. The Phoenicians carried this alphabet across their vast trade network, and it eventually inspired the Greek, Latin, and modern alphabets we use today. Byblos, therefore, holds the distinction of being not just a center of commerce, but also a birthplace of literacy, forever transforming how humans communicate. Beyond its role in trade and writing, Byblos also became a center of spiritual and cultural influence. The city was a prominent religious site, particularly for the worship of Baal-et-Gebal, the Lady of Byblos, who was revered as a goddess of fertility and harvest. Temples dedicated to her were constructed and expanded over centuries, drawing pilgrims from across the region. As trade routes brought diverse cultures into Byblos, the city became a melting pot of ideas, beliefs, and art, blending influences from Mesopotamia, Egypt, and later the Greeks and Romans. Throughout its history, Byblos weathered the rise and fall of empires. It fell under the influence of the Assyrians, Babylonians, and Persians before being absorbed into Alexander the Great's empire in the 4th century BCE. Under Hellenistic rule, Byblos flourished as a cosmopolitan center, its ancient temples standing alongside Greek-inspired architecture. When the Romans arrived, they left their mark as well, constructing grand structures like the Roman theater and stone roads, remnants of which still exist today. Walking through Byblos today is like stepping into a living museum. The city's archaeological treasures include the ruins of ancient temples, stone-paved streets, and remnants of Phoenician and Roman architecture. The Byblos Castle, built during the Crusades in the 12th century, stands as a symbol of the city's ability to adapt to new rulers while preserving its legacy. Visitors can also see the royal tombs of Phoenician kings and artifacts like inscribed sarcophagi that hint at the city's grandeur. Byblos remains a city of enduring significance, a place where trade and culture intersected to create some of humanity's most profound legacies. Its cedars built empires, its alphabet reshaped communication, and its spiritual heart connected diverse civilizations. To this day, Byblos continues to inspire as a timeless symbol of innovation, trade, and cultural exchange. As we move forward, let us remember this city as a cornerstone of human progress, where history was not just made, but written for the very first time. The next stop on our journey through the world's oldest cities is Aleppo, a city that has stood at the crossroads of history for over 8,000 years. Located in northern Syria, Aleppo's story is one of resilience, trade, and cultural richness, having survived empires, conflicts, and modern challenges, while maintaining its legacy as one of humanity's most significant urban centers. For centuries, it was a bustling hub of commerce, art, and diplomacy, earning its place as a vital piece of the ancient and medieval world. The origins of Aleppo date back to at least 6000 BCE, during the early Bronze Age. It began as a small settlement on a strategic hilltop that overlooked fertile plains and trade routes stretching across Mesopotamia and the Mediterranean. Aleppo's location gave it a unique advantage, allowing it to flourish as a center of commerce. Over the centuries, it became a crucial link on the Silk Road, the legendary trade route that connected China, Central Asia, and Europe. Merchants traveling through Aleppo exchanged silk, spices, and precious goods, making the city a melting pot of cultures, religions, and ideas. This convergence of people transformed Aleppo into a vibrant, cosmopolitan hub. Aleppo's prominence continued to grow under the rule of various empires. During the Hittite period in the 2nd millennium BCE, the city became a major religious center dedicated to Hadad, the storm god. Later, under the Assyrians, Babylonians, and Persians, Aleppo's importance as a trade and political stronghold only increased. By the time of Alexander the Great's conquests in the 4th century BCE, Aleppo was already a thriving urban center with a well-established infrastructure. However, it was under Islamic rule, particularly during the Umayyad and Abbasid caliphates, that Aleppo reached new heights. By the 10th century, the city became the capital of the Hamdanid dynasty, led by the celebrated ruler Saif al-Dawla. Aleppo transformed into a beacon of Arab culture and learning, attracting poets, scientists, and philosophers from across the Islamic world. It was during this period that Aleppo's legendary citadel began to take shape. Built on the city's highest point, the Aleppo citadel is an architectural marvel, a massive fortress that has stood as both a symbol of protection and a testament to human ingenuity for over a millennium. During the medieval period, Aleppo thrived as a center of trade under the Ayyubid and Mamluk dynasties. Its markets, or souks, became legendary, stretching for miles and offering everything from textiles and spices to gold and perfumes. The Aleppo souk, a labyrinth of covered bazaars, was one of the largest and most vibrant markets in the Middle East, bustling with life and activity for centuries. Merchants, travelers, and diplomats from as far as China, India, and Venice frequented these markets, exchanging goods and stories, enriching Aleppo's cultural fabric. In the 16th century, Aleppo fell under Ottoman rule, ushering in a new era of architectural development and economic prosperity. The Ottomans further expanded the city's infrastructure, adding mosques, caravanserai, and public baths, many of which still stand today. Aleppo remained a key commercial hub, connecting the east to the Mediterranean and beyond, even as other cities faded from prominence. Yet Aleppo's story is not just one of prosperity, but also of survival. Over the centuries, the city faced earthquakes, invasions, and conflicts. More recently, the Syrian civil war brought devastating destruction to Aleppo, with much of its ancient heritage, including the Aleppo souk and parts of the citadel, suffering severe damage. Despite this, the spirit of Aleppo endures. Restoration efforts are underway to revive its architectural wonders and preserve its centuries-old legacy. Today, Aleppo stands as a testament to the resilience of humanity. From its role as a critical hub on the Silk Road to its stunning citadel and legendary markets, the city represents the cultural and historical richness of the ancient world. Aleppo's story reminds us that cities are not just built of stone and mortar, they are built of people, perseverance, and the timeless pursuit of progress. As we explore its enduring legacy, we recognize Aleppo as more than just a city. It is a living chronicle of human history. Nestled in the heart of the Balkans, Plovdiv, Bulgaria, is a city where the ancient and modern worlds converge. Known as one of Europe's oldest continuously inhabited cities, Plovdiv's history spans more than 8,000 years, making it a treasure trove of human civilization. Built on 7 hills and overlooking the Maritsa River, Plovdiv has been shaped by Thracians, Romans, Byzantines, Ottomans, and Bulgarians, each leaving behind layers of history that continue to captivate the world. Plovdiv's origins date back to the 6th millennium BCE, during the Neolithic period, when early settlers established a small community on the fertile plains near the Maritsa River. Over time, the Thracians, an ancient Indo-European people, emerged in the region, turning Plovdiv into a fortified settlement known as Eumolpias. The Thracians were skilled warriors and craftsmen, leaving behind artifacts like pottery, jewelry, and tools that reveal their artistic and cultural achievements. As a hub of trade and agriculture, Plovdiv thrived, connecting Thracian tribes to neighboring regions across the Balkans and beyond. The city's transformation reached new heights during the Roman Empire, when Plovdiv, then known as Philippopolis, became a jewel of Roman urban planning and architecture. In 46 CE, the Romans annexed the region, bringing with them advanced engineering and infrastructure. They constructed paved roads, aqueducts, and monumental buildings, many of which still stand today. The most iconic of these is the Roman Theater of Plovdiv, a stunning amphitheater built into the hillside in the 2nd century CE. With a capacity of over 6,000 spectators, the theater hosted gladiator battles, performances, and public gatherings, serving as the cultural heart of the city. Amazingly, this ancient theater remains in use today, hosting concerts, festivals, and theatrical performances that breathe new life into its millennia-old stones. Under Roman rule, Plovdiv flourished as a commercial and cultural hub, strategically located along important trade routes linking Europe and Asia. The city's central position brought wealth, merchants, and artisans, transforming it into a vibrant center of art, religion, and education. However, as the Roman Empire declined, Plovdiv faced periods of turmoil, enduring invasions by Goths, Huns, and other tribes that sought control over its strategic location. During the Byzantine era, Plovdiv remained an important stronghold, but its fortunes fluctuated with the rise and fall of empires. In the 14th century, it fell to the Ottoman Empire, ushering in a new chapter of cultural and architectural transformation. Under Ottoman rule, Plovdiv became a bustling center of commerce and craftsmanship. The Ottomans built mosques, baths, and colorful homes, many of which can still be seen in the city's old town, where cobblestone streets and beautifully preserved 19th century houses showcase a unique blend of Ottoman and Bulgarian architectural styles. Plovdiv's old town is a living museum, offering visitors a glimpse into its storied past. Walking through its winding streets, you'll encounter historical landmarks like the Nebet Tepe, one of Plovdiv's ancient hills where remnants of Thracian fortifications still stand. The city's Roman ruins, Ottoman architecture, and Bulgarian Renaissance buildings coexist harmoniously, painting a picture of a city that has embraced its diverse heritage. In modern times, Plovdiv has emerged as a thriving cultural capital, blending its rich history with contemporary energy. In 2019, it was named European Capital of Culture, a title that celebrated its vibrant art scene, festivals, and historical significance. Events like the International Fair Plovdiv and the Plovdiv Jazz Festival draw visitors from around the world, reaffirming the city's status as a hub of creativity and exchange. Plovdiv's legacy is one of resilience, adaptation, and cultural harmony. From its Thracian origins to its Roman grandeur, Ottoman influence, and Bulgarian revival, the city has weathered centuries of change while preserving its unique identity. It stands as a testament to the enduring power of human civilization, a city where every stone, street, and building has a story to tell. As we continue our journey through the world's oldest cities, Plovdiv reminds us that history is not just something to be studied, but something to be experienced and celebrated. Our journey culminates in Varanasi, India, one of the world's oldest and most spiritually significant cities, where life and death coexist in a profound harmony. Perched on the banks of the sacred Ganges River, Varanasi's history stretches back over 3,000 years, though many believe its origins are far older, claiming it to be the eternal city that has existed since the beginning of time. Known as Kashi in ancient texts and as Benaras in later centuries, Varanasi is more than just a city. It is a living embodiment of spirituality, culture, and tradition. Varanasi is revered as the holiest city in Hinduism, believed to have been founded by Lord Shiva, one of the principal deities in Hindu mythology. According to legend, Shiva established the city at the confluence of cosmic energy, making it a place of divine presence and eternal salvation. This deep spiritual significance has drawn pilgrims, saints, and seekers to Varanasi for thousands of years, transforming it into the spiritual heart of India. People believe that dying in Varanasi and having one's ashes scattered in the Ganges ensures liberation from the cycle of rebirth, known as moksha. The city's spiritual life revolves around the Ganges River, which is more than just a body of water. It is the lifeblood of Varanasi and a symbol of purity, divinity, and renewal. Every day, thousands gather along the city's ghats, a series of stone steps leading to the river, to perform rituals that have remained unchanged for millennia. Pilgrims take holy dips in the Ganges at sunrise, believing its waters cleanse them of sins. Priests chant sacred hymns, and the mesmerizing Ganga Aarti ceremony, performed every evening at Dashashwamed Ghat, fills the air with the glow of flames, the sound of bells, and the scent of incense. This timeless ritual has become a defining image of Varanasi, showcasing its profound spiritual rhythm. The city is also home to countless temples, each with its own story and significance. The Kashi Vishwanath Temple, dedicated to Lord Shiva, stands as Varanasi's most iconic religious site. Destroyed and rebuilt multiple times over centuries, this temple represents the city's resilience and unwavering devotion. Varanasi's narrow lanes are filled with shrines, ashrams, and small temples, making every corner a sacred space where spirituality permeates daily life. Varanasi's legacy extends beyond religion. It has been a center of learning, art, and culture for thousands of years. In ancient times, it was a prominent seat of knowledge, attracting scholars, philosophers, and students who contributed to fields like mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. The city played a crucial role in preserving Sanskrit, the ancient language of Hindu scriptures, and became a hub for philosophical debates and intellectual exploration. Over time, Varanasi also emerged as a center of classical music, dance, and literature, giving rise to legends like the poet Saint Kabir and the classical music maestro Ravi Shankar. Beyond its spiritual and cultural heritage, Varanasi is a city of contrasts. Its bustling bazaars overflow with vibrant fabrics, intricate silk saris, and handmade crafts, particularly the renowned Banarasi silk, which has been woven here for centuries. The city's chaotic yet enchanting atmosphere is amplified by its narrow alleys, where sacred cows wander freely, rickshaws squeeze through impossibly tight spaces, and street vendors offer fragrant spices, sweets, and chai. Varanasi's relationship with life and death sets it apart from any other city. The Manikarnika Ghat and Harishchandra Ghat, where funeral pyres burn day and night, are central to the city's identity. Death in Varanasi is not mourned but embraced as a passage to liberation. Watching the continuous cycle of cremations is a humbling and transformative experience, as it reminds visitors of life's impermanence and the eternal nature of the soul. In modern times, Varanasi continues to thrive as a cultural and spiritual epicenter. It remains a place where millions come to seek answers, peace, and connection to the divine. Despite the passage of millennia, the city's essence remains unchanged. It is a sacred tapestry woven with faith, tradition, and humanity's eternal quest for meaning. Varanasi is not just a city. It is an experience. It is where the living worship, the dead find peace, and the past and present exist side by side. As we conclude our journey through the world's oldest cities, Varanasi stands as a timeless reminder of life's deeper purpose and humanity's enduring spiritual spirit. As we've traveled through time exploring the 5 oldest cities in the world, Jericho, where humanity's first walls were built; Byblos, the birthplace of the alphabet; Aleppo, a legendary hub of trade and resilience; Plovdiv, a cultural and architectural wonder; and finally Varanasi, a city where life and spirituality converge, we've witnessed the enduring spirit of human civilization. These cities are not just historical landmarks, they are living reminders of humanity's ability to adapt, create, and preserve through millennia. Each of these cities has stood as a silent witness to empires rising and falling, cultures blending, and generations carrying forward traditions that still resonate today. They remind us that history is not just a series of dates and events, but a tapestry woven with stories of perseverance, innovation, and faith. If you enjoyed this journey through the world's oldest cities, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment about which city fascinated you the most, and subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories from history, culture, and beyond. Your support helps us continue creating content that brings the wonders of our world to life. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.